All right, guys, I am here. This is Pratik Goswami, and today we are going to learn about Amazon Kinesis. Now, is there any option in your chat where I can see the messages from the people? If anybody have any experience on AWS Cloud or on Amazon Kinesis, anybody know about this? You can type yes in the chat if you know about it. I just wanted to, get to know how many people are familiar with this concept.
Yes. So guys, you can type into the questions tab so that we're all able to see. Manoj Sharma says no, Pratik. Okay. Hari says yes on AWS cloud, but not on this specific service.
All
Pratik,
right,
you're
all right.
able to see the messages here?
Yeah. Now I can see it. All right, guys. Okay, so see, today we are going to learn this service, but I don't want to bore you guys with all of the complexity. I don't want to dump all of the complexity on you. And if we follow some documentation, we won't be able to learn this in 1 hour. So let me tell you let me compare this Amazon Kinesis with a real life scenario. Now imagine, let's just say I am at my home right now, and behind my home at the backyard, I have a nice little garden. All right, and I want to give water to my plants. I want to pour water on them to make them grow healthy. So now let's just imagine the water tap is at somewhere else. It is in kitchen. Now I have two options. All right. Either first option is either I can take a bucket. I can fill, go to the water tap. I can fill up my bucket with water, and I can take that water and pour it on my plant. So this is first option. Now another option is I can simply connect my a pipe, a plastic pipe. I can connect one end of my plastic pipe with on the water tap, and I can from another end I can simply water my plants. All right. Now here you can see the first part. It was batch processing. Now Amazon Kinesis is actually a big data analytical service. It's more of it comes under data analytical part. And in big data, we have two types of data. It is either batch data or it is the streaming data. Batch data basically means you're first getting all of the data, and once your data is there, all of the, let's just say, 100 GB of data is there. Now you are getting this 100 GB of data, then you are processing on it. But streaming data basically means the data is continuously coming and you are performing processing over that. So this is batch processing and this is streaming processing. So just like in our water example, if I'm getting a bucket and I'm collecting water in my bucket and then I'm pouring that water in on the plants, then that is batch processing. All right, just like in big data. And if I'm if I continuously want to give water to my plants, I can simply connect this pipe. One end of pipe will be connected to water tap, another end of the pipe will be will be there to water my plants. Now, in big data scenario, this pipe is nothing but your Amazon Kinesis. Just a moment. Amazon Kinesis work as that pipe. All right. So using Amazon Kinesis, you can collect your incoming live data. All right. So this live data could be anything. Like let's just say you have some servers running. I guess most of you people are already working in some IT industry. You are working in some organization. So let's just say whenever we deploy our application on some client production, we deploy it on the production mode. So during such time, our application generates a lot of logs. It generates a lot of data on the basis of how the users are interacting, or on the basis of how your application is working. All right. So this data is continuously coming. And let's just say you don't want to, you want to analyze how your application is working at the runtime. So don't you think here you will use Amazon Kinesis? Obviously here you will use Amazon Kinesis, because your Amazon Kinesis will at the same time. It's just like watching cricket match or IPL match. The match is going on at some places, and at the same time live data is coming and you can see that match. So just like that, you can monitor your application. Okay, it's not just used in big data, but if you're just a you are a software developer, you have deployed your application, you can monitor the health of your application right at that time. Okay, so I hope that basic introduction is clear. Here you can see it is just a platform for streaming data. So whenever some of you might be solution architect. So you, if you ever get a situation from your client, or you get some problem, or you get some query, like we want to work with real time data. How can we get this data? And not, we just don't want to get that data, we want to process that data at the real time. So your solution for that on AWS cloud will be Amazon Kinesis. Now, I don't know anybody of you know about this or not, but there is a open source tool called as Apache Kafka. Apache Kafka is there, which is an open source tool, which is really popular tool, really complex but really useful. So that tool is there, open source tool that also collects data at the runtime, and you can work with that. You can use that. But uh, if you don't want to work with open source tool or Apache Kafka, or you need power of cloud computing, or you need power of AWS, then you can go to Amazon Kinesis, because Amazon Kinesis was built on top of Apache Kafka. They simply they use the architecture of Apache Kafka, and they created, AWS cloud created their own service. So that is what this Amazon Kinesis is. It is really really useful and used a lot in big data scenario. I am myself a big data engineer. I've been working on many big data projects, and also I'm a big data trainer, so this is something that I used a lot. All right, so that was about the basic introduction of Amazon Kinesis. I hope this part is clear. We will jump into the more detail. I know there are a lot of stuff, but I hope this basic concept of Kinesis is clear. Kinesis is just your pipe that will transfer your live data from one places to another. You can simply collect your data from one place to at your place. All right, just a second now. Yeah, here you can see this is a little architecture of Amazon Kinesis. Here you can see this pipe. This pipe is nothing but your Amazon Kinesis. And on the one side here you can see some EC2 instances. If you guys don't know about EC2 instances, it's another AWS service. Just right now understand it is something of a web server. All right, it is your server, or let's just say you have deployed your production, you have deployed your application on in production. So this could be that your application or web server, or you can have your clients, they are they are utilizing your application from web browser, or they could be using your mobile application. All right, and it could be some any other thing. Okay, so the main fact that you need to understand is that you can have many such things, and these things are called as producers. So let's just get into it. Producers are nothing but the application or web server, or a website that are generating data all the time. Okay, you want to collect this data from them and process at runtime. So you will simply say, I will show you how you can set up your Kinesis, this all of this Kinesis. But right now just try to understand. You can collect your live data from all of these producers, and there could be many other producers. All right, now just a second. Okay, here on the right side you can see we have some other things. Okay, so basically your Kinesis, I told you guys, at one place I use my a plastic pipe to water my plants. At one place there was water tap, at another place there was flowers, there were plants who were consuming that water for themselves. So just like that in real world, or let's just say in AWS world, we have some consumer. Okay, so basically you will use Kinesis to collect your data, but why do you want to collect your data? Why? Because you want to consume that data, you want to perform processing over that data. So for that you can have many consumer. You can have as many consumer as you want. You can have number of such consumer. All right, so forget about this part. Like okay, let's just cover this also. Amazon S3, DynamoDB, Redshift, EMR, Kinesis, Firos, all of the things that you can see here, these things are more of a storage. Okay, storage on Amazon or on AWS cloud. So just like if you guys have Android phone, there is a Google Drive. So just like Google Drive, we have something called as Amazon S3. Or for NoSQL, just like Cassandra or MongoDB, we have something called as DynamoDB. Just like MySQL, we have no, not sorry, not for MySQL. Just like data warehouse, we have Redshift. So these are some of the different storage services on AWS. And what you can do simply is that you can take your data live at the at the same time as the data is being generated, you can collect your data, you can transfer that data using Amazon Kinesis, then you can process that data. All right, I will in within a minute I will tell you what it basically means. You will process that data and you will store the processed data at some storage, or you can simply perform some other operation. Now let me show you guys one basic use case of it. Just a second. Yeah, I hope you guys can see the screen. Let's just say I'm running some financial company. Okay, let's just say I'm running HDFS, HDFS or Citibank. All right. So you are running your own financial company. You have a lot of user, and all of those user are using credit card. So you have number of users all over the world. They are using their credit card, and let's just say among all of those among one of those user is using credit card, and that user is withdrawing $1,000 every day, every week. Or let's just say he's retrieving 10,000 rupees every week from a ATM. All right, he's retrieving this much money every week from ATM using his credit card. Okay, as a financial company, you know that. Okay, one of your user is doing this every day. He's just withdrawing 10,000 rupees every week. Now let's just say at some day, suddenly you see your user is withdrawing. Let's just say, let's take example of 70,000. He's trying to withdraw 70,000. He's withdraw that. All right, he made some unusual withdrawal changes. He made some unusual changes. Now you find this some little bit fishy. Okay, you might think, okay, this customer of yours is withdrawing 10,000 rupees every day. Oh, sorry, every week. Now someday he suddenly withdraw 70,000 rupees. Now there are chances that this could be genuine, this could be your customer only, or there are chances that it could be some mishandled. Your that credit card, there's some could be fraudulent transaction. Now as a financial company, you don't want to let your customer know about this fact. You don't want to ask them, hey, are you the one who did this transaction? You don't want to ask this question after let's just say after 1 week or even after a day. What you want to do is that as soon as some unusual transaction came, this unusual transaction came, what you want is that as a financial company, you want to simply have a mail sent to them. Just a second. You simply want to send them a mail, or you just want to call them and ask them, are you the one who did this transaction? And guys, we face such situation all the time. All right, just try to do this. I'm sure most of you guys have faced this situation. Someday, you might do a transaction on some out of the India or some foreign website. All right, so you will fix you will get a mail or you will get a call from your bank that hey, are you the one who did this transaction? This transaction happened on your on your card, on your credit card. Are you the one who did this? Now as a financial company, you want to do this at real time. You immediately at right at that moment, as soon as the transaction happened, within 5 minutes you want to send a mail to your customer, hey, did you do that? Now how would you do this? All right, how would you do this runtime in the real time? So for this you will use Amazon Kinesis. Like in Amazon Kinesis, you can all of those transactions that is being happening, you can get all of this transaction in your company's database or in your company's web server in the real time. So it's not like millions of people are doing all of the transaction. Let's just say they are doing millions transaction, or this person is doing one transaction at a day, or let's just say he's doing two transactions, and by the end of the day all of his data is getting stored in your database. And on the next day at 10 o'clock you will analyze that data and you will call him, hey, did you this transaction? And he will tell you, why are you telling me this right now when it's already been 24 hours? If it is some mishandled, then if some thief is trying to steal something, then it's already happened. Okay, so you need to react at the you need to react quickly, you need to react at real time, and for such use cases, this is the real life use cases, guys. This is why we use Amazon Kinesis. I hope you got the concept. I hope you understand from a from a software engineer perspective or from a solution architect perspective how you can utilize this at in IT, how you can utilize this thing. So I hope this is clear. If anybody have any question, you can just a second. You can anytime let me know in the chat. So that was about Amazon Kinesis. Now let me tell you more things about it. Now here you can see this. There is something called as shard 1, shard 2, and shard n. All right, I think there if I'm not wrong, there could be hundred of such shards. Now what exactly is this shard? All right, now let me tell you something. Let's just imagine. Okay, I don't again, I'm not going to throw some technical words at you. We will view a real life concept. I want you guys to imagine there is a highway. All right, there is a highway, and at the same time there could be, let's just say, 3 4. At the three same time, four vehicles are able to pass from it. Okay, four vehicles are able to travel from this highway, or just let's just say some lane. All right, so this is your scenario. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Now let's just say there is heavy traffic from this route all the time. So because of that, many people experiencing traffic jam all the time. Every day they are facing some traffic jam. Now the real world solution that you can give here is that, let's just forget about other thing. Let's just give some solution for this. What if I just increase the this much width of this highway? If I increase this width of this highway, then of course more and more vehicle will be able to pass from it. Okay, if I made this highway a little wide, then more vehicle will be able to pass. So let me just do something more. Let's just say I increase the width of this highway. I increase this width of the highway up to this much. Anyhow, I did that. Now here you can see, at the same time, it can more vehicle can pass, like even more than 5 vehicle can pass. All right, let me just let me just draw it down in here. Has These are the real world concept that will make you analyze, help understanding cloud better. Okay, now you can see, as soon as I increase the width of my width of bread, whatever you want to say, I increase the width of my highway, more and more vehicle are able to pass from my highway. Okay, and there is no conjunction, there is no traffic jam. So just like that, in Kinesis we have something called as shard. If you have one shard only, then only a certain limits of data will be able to pass from your Kinesis data stream. All right, if you have two shard, and one more thing, let me tell you, each shard can take 1 MB of data. You can this producer that you can see in here, let me just write it down. A producer can write up to 1 MB of data to a shard at per second. Okay, now let's just say I want to write 10 MB of data per second. Don't you think I will need more than one shard? Okay, I can work with one shard also, no issue with that. But that one shard will take 10 seconds to pass 10 MB of data. But if I want to pass 10 MB of data within a second, then I'll have to use 10 shards. Okay, so it's basically you are increasing the width of your Kinesis to pass more data. So if you have a lot of data, if you have a lot of, let's just say you have billions of user all over the world, I'm pretty much sure that 10 shard won't be enough for you guys. Okay, so you will have to increase the shard so that you can pass more and more and more data through your Kinesis data stream. I hope that concept is all you guys understood that concept. Okay, these are a little bit of a internals of Kinesis data stream. The more shard you have, the more data will be able to pass. The lesser shard you have, the less data will be able to pass from your Kinesis. So I hope that is clear. Now let me, just show you guys one more thing. Okay. Now Amazon Kinesis is something that is, is divided into three components. Like let's just say Amazon Kinesis is there. Within Amazon Kinesis, you will find three more services. The thing that we just discussed was this data stream. Okay, your Kinesis data stream is the one that we just discussed. What this Kinesis data stream will do is that it will simply take some data. It will take the live or incoming or streaming data and it will pass it down. Okay, you can collect your incoming data, live or streaming data using Kinesis data stream. Now we have something called as data firehose. Okay, data analytics. By the way, let me just cover data analytics first. Data analytics is something, let's just say, let me again draw some diagram. Okay, let's just say I have millions of users who are using my mobile application, and I want continuously want to monitor their data. All right, so I'm collecting all of their data in my Amazon Kinesis. Let me write it down here. Kinesis data stream. All right, these are my user. Now I'm collecting their data in my Kinesis data stream. All of those data are coming at the same time. And what I want to do is that, I can simply run some program here. Okay, let's just say I have written some Python program in here. Okay, this is my Python program. What it will do is that it will, try to catch fraudulent, fraudulent transaction. I want to make sure that my customer are not, getting into some problem. So this Python program, as soon as the data is coming, a program will run, that will monitor the data, that will try to identify is there something wrong in this data. Okay, and the only reason I'm covering all of this thing in such a simple term is because there is a possibility that there might be some people who don't have any idea about big data scenario or a machine learning scenario or even AWS cloud. That's why I'm in a very simplest way possible, I'm trying to explain this to you guys. All right, so my Python program, or to those people who know about ML and big data, for you guys, let me tell you, there could be some big data program in Apache Spark, or there could be some machine learning algorithm. All right, so this is how things will work. So my Python program or any other program will monitor the data and it will let me know, okay, it will let the user know, okay, this transaction seems fraudulent. So instead of Python program, what I can do is that I can have some other, let's just say I can use this Kinesis data analytics. Let me write it down in here. Kinesis data analytics. What Kinesis data analytics will do is that it will continuously take the data and run SQL queries on it. So Kinesis data analytics is like an application that, that you can connect with Kinesis data stream, and you can simply perform SQL queries on your Kinesis data stream using Kinesis data analytics. Okay, so actually this service, this part of Kinesis is really different. So we won't study that today. We won't study that within this hour, within this session, because it's really different. So it won't be possible for us to cover that now, but we will study Kinesis firehose and Kinesis data stream, which is extremely important. And they are those two are the most used service, because other than that, for instead of Kinesis data analytics, you can use other services also. So we will cover only the most important part. All right, just a second. All right, so yeah, okay guys. So now we are going to study about data firehose. Okay, it's really important. If you ever get into big data on AWS or all of this data engineering stuff, you will be using firehose a lot. Okay, firehose and data stream in combination. So now here you can see we have this, as I already gave the explanation of Kinesis data stream. It is collecting all the streaming data. Now you have performed, here you can have your Python program or your machine learning program or your big data program. that will try to consume the data that is coming, try to process the data that is coming. All right, that's the one thing. So if you want to store this data, once you got this data and you want to store this data at some some of the storage services like S3 or Redshift, these are another storage services of AWS, then you can use Amazon Kinesis Firos. Kinesis Firos will, what it will basically do is that it will load your data in S3 and DynamoDB, and I will show you how you can do this practically. It is really simple, and within 1 hour we can see this much. So I will cover this demo in the demo part. So this is how it works. Kinesis Firos will simply load your data once it got data from data stream into storage services of AWS, or not just storage services of AWS. You can have it load it at some other places. So basically, the difference between data stream and your Firos is that data stream will collect your data from all over the world or from all over the web servers or application, and Firehose will take that data and load it at some places. So that is what these two big services do. That is why we have these two big services. Now let me just, okay, as I already said, at one side we have producers that are producing the data, and at another side we have consumer that are actually consuming data. So always remember water tap and your plants. Your water tap is producing water, it's giving you the water, and your plants are consuming the water. So just like that, there could be web server or application that are producing the data, and at another places you can have some program that will consume that data, and the middle part will be done by your Amazon Kinesis data stream. Okay, and one another thing is that the most important difference between data stream and data files is data stream is real time. As soon as the data is generated from a producer, your data stream will catch the data. But Firos, the way Firos work is that it will wait at least a minute to collect the data, then it will load the data. So that's why it is called as near real time. The minimum waiting period for Firos is 1 minute. So it will wait for 1 minute, then it will collect all of the data, then it will load the data in, it will load the data in storage services. Now, if you guys are clear with that concept, now let me jump to the AWS console. Yeah, I'm planning to show you the demo. I just don't want to bore you guys with the theoretical stuff. I will show you the demo so that picture will get more and more clear to you. Now let's quickly jump to our demo. Okay, if to those people who never seen AWS Cloud Console, guys, this is AWS Cloud Console. Now this could be seem a little bit overwhelming, but don't worry. Okay, here I will type Kinesis and I will jump into Amazon Kinesis. So you, to use any of the AWS services, you have to simply go to the console. You have to type the name of the services, and here you will be able to create it. Now data stream is there, but let me it will take a lot of time to work with data stream. But let me till then let me just work with Kinesis data files. We will take this demo. All right, I will click on this create delivery stream. And here on the Firos, you can here you can see, okay, you have to go through these 5 steps, and you will have your Kinesis Firos setup. Here I will just give the default name, like let me just give demo Firehose. All right, that will be the name. And here what I want to do is that, let me just a second. Okay, here I can take the source. Okay, source, you can see direct put or Kinesis data stream. I already told you, either you can take you can take the data that is coming from Kinesis data stream, or another thing is you can simply using some API calls, you can simply pass on your data to your Kinesis Firehose. That's what you can do. So I will simply use this direct put example or other source. And no, I don't want to enable server side encryption because this is just a demo. I don't want to encrypt my data, and I will click on the next. Here you can see another thing. This, as this was not there many years ago, but this has been released very few years ago. As you take your data, you can perform the processing as well in Firehose. Now you can as I said, you can have your Python program to process your data. Here you can simply enable the data transformation, and here you can choose the Lambda function. Lambda is another AWS service in which you can write your code. So you can have your Python Lambda function in which you will write the code that will process the incoming or streaming data that you are getting in your firehose. So as your firehose is getting the data, in the meantime, meanwhile, it will run this Lambda and it will process the data using Python, or you can write in Java as well, or Node.js or any other languages. So I don't want to do that. I will disable the data. Or another thing is convert record format. So basically, if I enable this, I can either I have two options. I can either put my data in Apache Parquet format or Apache ORC format. So those of you who are coming from big data background, these are some of the extension in the form of which you can store your file. Now clicking into the next. Here, I already told you, with Amazon Kinesis Firehose, you get this option of storing your data at some of this location. I will choose Amazon S3, but here you can choose this Redshift. Redshift is nothing but your warehouse in AWS Cloud. It is your data warehouse. Or you can choose Amazon Elasticsearch. It is another AWS services. Or using HTTP endpoint, you can define some custom location. You can define some web server where you want to store your data. So if you have your own personal web server in your own data center, company's data center, here you can just define your HTTP endpoint and you can get your data in there. Here I will define the HTTP URL. All right. Now, or there are some third-party example as well, third-party provider as well. Here you can see MongoDB Cloud, Datadog, Logic Monitor, Splunk. These are some of the things that you also get. You can store your data in here as well, and you don't need to do any configuration. You just need to provide little bit of configuration here. You don't need to install anything. You don't need to do any hard stuff. All right. You just need to select option in here, like as I selected Amazon S3. Here I will select one of the bucket. Like I have many bucket in here. I will let me select, where is that bucket. I will simply use this target bucket demo S3. I will choose this bucket. Now to all those people who don't have any idea about S3 or this bucket, imagine, I know within this 1 hour we cannot cover all of the thing, but as a trainer, I will try my best to make sure you guys get understanding. So Amazon S3 is your storage service, just like your Google Drive. And bucket are nothing but a technical term for folders, for directories. So if I have let's just say I have this target bucket demo S3 in my S3, I have this bucket. It basically means I have this directory in S3. All right. So I have chosen that directory. Now, I don't want to give any prefix here. I will choose click on the next. Yeah, guys, as I told you, your Kinesis Firehose is not real time. It is near real time. Basically, here you have to define buffer. Either I can from I can collect 1 to 128 MB of data. Then see what it basically means if I type 10 here. So what my Firehose will do is that it will collect 10 MB of data at first, then only it will deliver. Let me just take some of the example in here. We have Sunil Patil here with us. Let me take him as an example. Sunil, it basically means is that Sunil is giving me some, let's just say, gift. He's giving me some gift, and he's giving me gift, and he wants me to deliver this gift to some other places, and he's continuously giving me the gift, and then I'm going to some other person, I'm delivering that gift. So this is going for a whole day. So instead of that, what I can do is that I can simply tell the Sunil, hey Sunil, give me all of the gift at once, then I will deliver this gift. So just like that, your Firehose will take 10 MB of data, then it will deliver. So I don't want that. I will just click on 1 MB, and also you can define here 60 seconds. So it will collect your data for 60 seconds, then only it will deliver it. So any of this condition, whichever of these conditions satisfied first, then satisfied first, then it will take place. If it collects 1 MB of data within 60 seconds, then it will run. If it's not collecting 1 MB of data within 60 seconds, then also it will run. Now here I can define whether it loads my data. Either I can want to have my data some compressed or encrypted. No, I don't want to do that. But in real world project, you most of the time you will not compression, but you will have your data encrypted. But for this demo purpose, I won't do that. and you can ignore all of this stuff. These are just a tag. Here I can define owner as Pratik or purpose as training. These are some of the identifier for your AWS services. Here I will create a role. Role are basically permission. Now here you can see here one of the AWS services. Here Kinesis Firehose is going to load data in S3. So my Firehose needs some permission to work with S3. Like let me take another example. Let me just take Manoj Sharma. He is here with us. So let's just say if I want to visit Manoj, I want to visit Manoj place. So I need to take permission from him. Hey Manoj, can I visit your place? So if he say yes, then only I will be able to visit his place. So just like that, if my Kinesis Firehose want to store data in S3, so it will need some kind of permission, and that permission is nothing but this IAM role. Okay, that's just another service. So let's click on next. I know this could be little bit heavy for the first time, but guys, this is big thing. AWS is really big. Now I will review the all of the thing, and I will click on this create delivery stream. All right. Now let me just till then let me just type S3 in here. By the time it's getting created, I will click on S3. All right. Now, okay, my S3 my firehose is being created. Once it get created, I will send some data to data firehose, some demo data, not real data, some demo data. Then we will see that our data is being collected here in S3. I don't know why my internet is so slow right now. Okay, guys, here you can see my firehose has been created. Now let me click on this, and these are my S3. Now, okay, let us just let us go to that bucket that if you're not comfortable with bucket, if this is your first time, let me call it as a directory. I will go to this target bucket demo3 directory, and here you can see I don't have anything else right now.
Pratik, hi. Pratik, sorry to interrupt. Your screen is
Yeah.
actually not seen. Your screen share has stopped.
Okay, sorry sir, sorry for that. I think I
Okay.
accidentally clicked on it.
Right, right. Yes,
Guys,
now we can.
yeah, thank you. So here you can see my firehose is ready. Let me show you guys it again. Yeah, this is the Pyros, and here you can see it is active. And this is my S3. Let me again show you. This is my S3 bucket. I know to all those people who are seeing this for the first time, don't worry, guys. It is actually simple. You can imagine this as a Google Drive, and these are all of your folder or your directories. I will go to the directory that I've selected. I will click on this directory, and let us go back to Amazon Kinesis Firehose. Then I will click on this Firehose. Now what I will do is that I will send some data, some demo data. So here I will click on this test with demo data. It will send this data to my S3. Let me start sending demo data. Okay, we will wait for 1 minute, and within 1 minute here, after the 1 minute, or within 2 minutes, you will see some data in your S3 bucket. This is how all of these things work. So guys, it is actually sending some data right now. It might take few minutes for us to see data reflected in here, because it is near real time, but data will be here. So guys, this is what Kinesis data Firehose is. By the time this this sends some data, let me just give you final final points. Guys, this is 1 hour session, and from in that 1 hour, I have to explain all of this stuff in 45 minutes. So I tried my best to make you guys understand this thing all the way around. So this is Amazon Kinesis. Okay, it works with your streaming data, it works with your live data. So that is what Firehose is. And if you want to learn more about such stuff, guys, then let me give you some resources. You can either you can visit AWS documentation, or if you want some simpler stuff, then you can visit jayenderpatil.com. It is a good blog. You can refer to the blog, and you can learn more about all of these AWS services. Now, one last thing that I would like to say to all those people who are into the AWS, if you want to get certified, this service is important from AWS Big Data certification point of view. But from a general AWS certification, this service is not that important. All right. So guys, my data is being sent here. If you guys have any question, let me know. I will till then I will see my data is being loaded here or not. Let me know. Anybody have any question or not? It will take some time for this to get for us to see the result. I hope you guys like the lecture. Let me know whatever question that you have. People, anybody have any question or any doubt? Of course, you cannot understand master this service within 45 minutes, but I hope the concept is clear for you guys. I will stop this data. I will stop sending the data, and then in few moments we will see our data in here. Okay, our data is already here. Here you can see within this folder we will have a month folder. Within this we have this date folder, and let me get into this. This is your data, guys. This is your data. Let me simply open this data and show you guys. Okay, just a second, just give me a moment. I will show this data to all of you. Okay guys, anybody have any question till then? Throw your questions at me. Now let me show you something. I hope my screen is visible to you now.
Pratik, I
This
actually
is,
see a couple of questions from when the presentation was going on. Would you want me to read them out?
yeah, sure. Just last thing, guys, here you can see this is the output. Okay, this was the data that I got run at runtime. This is your streaming data. This is how you can work with Amazon Kinesis. Now, yeah, question time.
Okay, so there are a couple of questions from the beginning of the presentation. So I'll just read them out and then you can respond.
Sure.
Anand says, is AML banking also a use case for Amazon Kinesis?
AML banking.
Yeah.
AML banking. Yes, yes, that is the use cases.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And Mallarity
Just
says, how many default shards are available and what is the difference between Kafka and Kinesis?
difference between Kafka and Kinesis and number of
Yeah,
shards.
yeah.
Okay. So who asked this question?
Mallarity.
Okay, Malarenti, basically, you can have hundreds of such shards in your Amazon Kinesis. I think they are, as far as the blogs that I've read, they are planning to increase this shard count. But right now, currently, I think they support 100 shards. So in one Kinesis data stream, you can have up to 100 shards. That's the limit. All right. So that was your first question's answer. Another question was difference between Apache Kafka and Kinesis, Amazon Kinesis. Your Apache Kafka is open source, so you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to, you're not answerable to anyone. You can use it for free. Your Amazon Kinesis is a service by Amazon. So whatever whenever you use this Amazon Firos or data stream, you will pay for that. You will pay the money to the AWS cloud. Now the second most important difference is that everything is here managed for you. Like if you try to work with Apache Kafka, you will have to download it, install it, then configure it, and it is really tough. I've worked with Apache Kafka. It is really tough to have it configured and installed in your machine. And let's just say you are working on your company's data center and you have, let's just say, one data center. So you are going to install Apache Kafka in your company's data center. Now if your, let's just say your company's data center require capacity is low, then you are limited by that. But if you, and you can handle only, let's just say, thousands of user, or let's just say 1 million user. But if you work with Amazon Kinesis, then you can have billions of user, and you don't have to worry about it. Amazon will handle everything. They will they will manage all of the incoming data. So that's the difference that come with actually that's the benefit of cloud computing. So if whatever, whenever you use AWS cloud or any other cloud, you will get that benefit of high availability. I hope that is clear to you now.
Great. Thank you, Prateek. The next question is Deepika says minimum 1 MB data will be collected. What if the data itself is 10 MB?
Yeah, if the data is itself is 10 MB, so it's not like that it cannot fit into that. Okay, so if the data is coming into 10 MB of size, then it will take for that, it will take 10 seconds for for that data to pass in. It's not like to pass through some door, so that 10 MB of data won't be able to fit. It will just take more time. That's the difference.
Okay, great. Akshaya says, should consumers be only on AWS or can it be anything?
Consumer, yeah, it can be anything. Like let's just say, uh, see, there is a service in AWS called as EC2. You can, this is even though it's a AWS service, what it basically means, it's just a Linux server within which you can install any program, within which you can write any program, and you can work with that. So you get, when you are working with Kinesis, you get SDKs, software development kits of Kinesis. You can write your Python program, and you can have that can also be a consumer, and you can run this Python program at in your laptop as well. So your consumer can be anything other than AWS as well.
And
I
I
hope
mean,
that
she
is,
has a follow-up point which says, or it can be Hortonworks or any other Hadoop flavors as well,
yeah, of
right?
course, you can send data to even in on your Hortonworks or Cloudera cluster. I haven't worked on that since a long time, but as far as I know, that is also possible. You just need to make sure all of your credentials are there set up properly.
Great. I think that completes the list of questions. Okay, we have one more from Hari, which says, do we perform this action in an enterprise via GUI or CLI? If it is CLI, how do we do it using CLI?
Okay, how to do it using CLI? Basically involves installing something called as AWS CLI. You can make a note of it. AWS CLI. It's just a little software that you can install. Then from once you install that, from your command line, you can start any AWS service. You can either go to this UI or console. Let me show you. Either you can simply go to this UI or console. You can start your service or stop your service, or you can use command line using AWS CLI, or you can write you can use SDK, like let's just say Python SDK of Kinesis. You can write your Python program, and from that Python program also you can do some stuff. So that's how it is. I hope that
Great.
answered your query.
Right. Great. Thank you. Okay, so they're all sending thank you messages. Akshaya has a follow-up on her question, which says, if something goes wrong, where do we see logs?
Okay, if some, oh god, I just I would have showed you that. Okay, let me show you something. So my firewall is being deleted because I don't want to incur any cost, so I deleted that. But here you always, with any AWS service, it's not just related to Kinesis. You get logging section in here, and if you need even more details of log, like what's going wrong with your AWS, we have a service called as CloudWatch. It is basically your watchman for cloud. Within CloudWatch, you can get, here you can see logs, metrics, alarms, dashboard. Here you can see all of the logs of all of the AWS services, whether it's Kinesis or S3 or anything else. Here you can see that.
Great. Thank you, Prateek. I think that covers all the questions, and I see a lot of thank you messages from the participants too. You, Pratik.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for paying attention. I hope I that this 1 hour was fruitful for you. It wasn't waste for you. And if you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. We can let me know how delivered the session. I hope that this one session was really fruitful for you. And thank you so much, Shruti, for arranging this.